Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well and enjoying your weekend and having a happy Sunday. Maybe you're taking it easy this morning. Maybe you're already out and about and you're maybe coming back and watching this in replay. So totally just hit hashtag replay if you are. I'm going to keep it super simple today. Most of what we're planning to do for the week, I don't really need to plan too much because that's part of what I already do. So when I'm putting away my protein and veggies and stuff, I'm already portioning it. Good morning, Charlene. It's already portioned out. So for example, we're going to have fish this week, so I obviously don't want to prep it yet. When we're going to eat it, we will, of course, defrost it and go ahead and create something. We might do fish sticks. We might switch it up. That's kind of the fun of it all. So, good morning, Tammy. And then we have some lamb chops that we want to have as well. And again, we'll just make that when we're ready to make it. Put maybe a nice crust on it with the turmeric and black pepper. Another good crust one would be the everything bagel one. It doesn't work for me because it's onions, but for those people who love onions, it's a great one for that, for a crust. All right. So that's the chicken that I've chopped up and now washed my hands from. I'm putting it into a bag because I'm actually going to be using our Southern bake today. So I'm going to make like chicken fingers. So I chopped it up into like, long skinny pieces. And I'm just going to dump it in there. A tiny bit of oils, but you don't need a lot. You could have just put it, I guess, in the bowl and squish it around if you wanted. But this is kind of how it says in the recipe because it makes it easier because it's a very shake and bake scenario. I think I had way too much fun with it. Shh, don't tell anyone. All right. Get my grip and grabs and pull them on out. And then, you can see that, yep. Place them on here. Spread them out. Another reason why I love our racks and our pans is everything fits nicely into each other and I can get crispy edges all the way around. So I'm doing the chicken and then I'm going to do some veggies to go with it. So the faster you want things to cook, totally like make sure there's some space in between everything. Too close together and they'll takes longer to cook, obviously. Overcrowding is never good. So I actually realized, since I like doing it this way, I just ordered myself a second set of these racks because I do have 2 of the cooking sheets and I just don't have 2 sets of the racks. So to make it easier for when I want to do a lot of stuff, I can do that, which is what in essence is going to happen today, except I'm not going to be able to do the rack for the vegetables, just for the rack for the chicken. So there we go. There is my chicken fingers in the Southern bake. And I didn't put my timer on, but that's all right. So I'm going to grab my other, and I'm just going to use silicone pan. Yeah, that's the word. I'm like, I don't know. All right, then I'm going to actually do this with zucchini and potatoes and just do a different flavor. And this is our lovely 4-in-1 mandolin, which I'm going to use. So I'm just going to use the actual slicer, not the not the julienne part. Sorry. So first I'm gonna just do some zucchini. So if you're not good with sharp objects, don't do this. Use the our lovely guard. That's what that's for. And you just push down and it takes care of it. There we go. Same thing with the last piece. There, done. So there's our cute zucchini, and it's actually the thicker version. Sorry, where are you? Thicker version, not the skinny one. And then I'm gonna do a potato. So basically I'm making some zucchini and potato fries along with our my God, what is it with me? I do know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I do. I mean, other days maybe not so much. All right, chicken fingers in the southern bake, and then I'm going to use the barbecue chicken and rib seasoning on our zucchini and potato. And cook that along with it. Okay, there we go. You could have used maybe the Montreal steak spice, Tuscan chicken spice would have been nice. Anything that you particularly like. And then just, put it in a bag, put it in a bowl, wrap it all, smush it all up together. If you want, you can add some black pepper and some salt. I will put a little salt on because it is potato and definitely needs a tiny bit, but you don't have to. That's the fun part. Or actually, you could use our new sand salt, or not new, but the red topper one. That would be awesome. So there we go. Oh, there was a zucchini attached to me. So on that note, I will use our red garlic topper on that, so I don't need to add the salt. So there we go. All right. So I'm gonna put the chicken at the bottom, and the veggies at the top, and the timer on for 15 minutes. Okay, what was the... Oh no, oh yeah. That's the fun thing about these seasoning spices. You can actually use them on anything. It doesn't have to be meat, right? You can totally use it on any kind of vegetable or plant protein that you like. And if you're curious, the Southern Bake is literally chia, psyllium husk, onion, garlic, spices, sea salt, herbs, and black pepper. It's basically, will make, 8 servings. So basically it's 2 pounds of protein and veggie, or whatever you like. Mix it with a bit of oil, squish it all up in a bag, and there you go. And then $3.50 or $3.75 for... It's interesting. Oh, so if it's chicken breast, it's right at the bottom. This is the cool thing about Southern Bake. It actually gives you a whole bunch of options depending on what you're making. So it's like if you're doing chicken breast, if you're doing pork or fish or tofu or vegetables. So vegetables are 15 to 25 minutes. Chicken breast, like a full one, 15 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to start with 15 because I've done everything in small pieces, but it's double the amount. So it'll probably take about 25 minutes in the oven, but that's okay because I'm going to be busy doing other stuff. So, and then it's done, right? And I don't need to worry about it. All right. So this week, it's a little different. So, as I said, I'm not planning everything, I'm not prepping everything today, but I am going to be planning it. So this is the thing about what I love to do, is actually like meal prepping and planning doesn't have to take a lot of time, it doesn't take a lot of effort. It's just about a few minutes here, a few minutes there. So, when you're putting your groceries away, if you're portioning it out already and while you're freezing it, then you don't need to fuss about it, right? So literally you can go over to your freezer and pull pull out your portion of what you need for fish. So this happens to take care of 2 meals for the 2 of us, which is perfect. So because we like to cook once, eat twice, but that's what we do a lot of times. So that's what will be happening. So I know, like, for Monday, it's totally going to be, you know, the chicken fingers, right? But for Tuesday, we're going to have fish. And then probably Wednesday, we're going to have the lamb, right? And so all I need to make sure is that I got vegetables, which we do have to get some on Tuesday, but that's cool. We got enough to get us into Monday. So that's also the planning part. It's just knowing that, okay, at this day we will need to restock. And vegetables is usually every week for us because we just go across the street. But everything else is once a month, so then we're good to go for protein and carbs or whatever it is, dry goods that you might want. And then for that it's always for us, whatever we had the night before is usually our lunch the next day, just a slightly different version of it, maybe in a salad or in a wrap or something. So literally I can do that, you know, it's just, so literally our food is taken care of until Thursday at lunch at the moment, based on everything I've already portioned out and planned and prepared and ready to go. And we just need to pick whatever seasoning we want. And that's it. So that's how simple it can be. If you're okay with eating leftovers the next day, if you want to know how to switch up your leftovers, it could totally help you out. Like literally butter chicken, you could have, like, I don't know, 5 different ways. It could be a pizza, it could be a wrap, it could be just as it is, it could be a stew, it could be so many things, right? And that's just butter chicken, but you could do that with any of our curries or any of the stir fries or anything. You know, make a stir fry one night, it lasts for a couple of days because it'll be for the next day's lunch as a salad or into a wrap or something. So it can be done. So that's kind of my go-to way of doing that. And then it's just making sure that it's visible so people can see it. So making sure it's out, we know what we're having. So if you don't have anything like a whiteboard or anything, you can just have it out. So literally, like, you know what, we're gonna do the fish and the crispy lettuce wrap seasoning. So you know what, that just stays out here right by the stove. I know that tomorrow night's or Tuesday nights is gonna be that one. The lamb, okay, so that will be next one. Do I wanna do the turmeric and black pepper? Do I wanna do the everything bagel? I could pull out the seasoning for that and literally just be like, okay, we're gonna do this for the lamb, and away we go. And that's it. And if that's too much, you could try little sticky notes on your seasonings, like hot for tomorrow for lamb or something. Like, it's just that. But the best thing is just a piece of paper, put it on your fridge, and then you know what you're gonna be having for that week, kind of idea. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna be working on is my breakfast. I really like my protein Bliss balls. I'm sure you've seen me make these before, but this is just, as I said, this is what I do. I like making sure that I have easy go-to veggie breakfast. That's not the word I was using. Easy go-to breakfast option. Anyway, breakfast option. So it's Bliss balls or the oatmeal cookies, or it's eggs. So I'm gonna boil up some eggs, but I'm also going to be doing my protein Bliss bars. So you can do this in any kind of flavorings that you like. Basically, you want a cup of dates. So I've squashed in a couple dates here. I'm trying to rehydrate them a little bit with a bit of the almond milk that's actually going to be going into the thing anyway. So I may as well just do that. Just gonna grab my food processor. And grab the dates. And then I need 2 scoops of vanilla or chocolate protein powder. And luckily I did order myself some protein powder because I've only got 1 scoop in here. So I'm gonna, be right back. So it's going to be half vanilla and half chocolate. Which is fine. So I don't throw these containers out because one, these are really good scoops, but the container is really easy to use. again for other things. So that's it. There you go. That's taken off, and then use the scissors or something to take off the little black piece, and then can wash that, and I can use it for anything like storing oats or coffee or flour or anything that you might want. So they're really awesome containers that way. I do love how they make sure that we can reuse as much as possible. All right, so I have my 2 cups, and then it wants a half a cup of some kind of nut or seed butter. And so I'm just using our 3-in-1 spoon to get the last little bits of my tahini here. Maybe. All right. So, what has everybody got planned for June? Has anybody got any fun plans? Are we waiting? Are we waiting for the lockdown to go away? Or to get to the next step of the lockdown? Phase 1, as they say. How is it in Fort McMurray, Tammy? Huh? I have a friend of mine who's actually, well, Chantel, she's in the group here too, who's actually, goes there periodically. She says it's a little different than here in Toronto, for obvious reasons, of course. So yeah. Okay, so I got some nut butter and I got my dates. It wants hemp hearts, but I just use a little bit of oats instead. I've got my dairy-free or milk in there, and then I'm ready to go. Obviously, the part that my husband wished I would not do at this time of the morning. Obviously. Is a bowl here full of some cocoa, my greens powder, a bit of coconut, and I'm just going to roll them into that. So that's it. Super simple. This is the fun and gooey part. Planting versus finishing sketchbook challenge, eat lobster. Oh, yes. It's the season for lobster. I wish I was not in a lockdown and I could come out there to Nova Scotia and eat some delicious lobster right off of the boats. That would be delicious. But it is what it is. There's not much I can do. Yeah, I'm on the sketchbook too, Tracy, so I'm almost finished. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day for the sketchbook challenge that I'm part of. Not bad this time. I did pretty much a page for every 2 days kind of idea. So I don't have 31 pages. I have 15. But I got one more page left, but I have today and tomorrow to finish that page. I didn't get all the coloring in that I wanted, but pretty close. So yeah. there we go. Super simple breakfast ideas. Super simple lunch and dinner. Get started. Meal planning prepared for the week. Basically because everything's already portioned out. It's just a matter of throwing it together. So the fish won't take very long, obviously, because it's fish. And then making some salads. And that mostly it's just to make sure that we eat up what we already have in the fridge. So we do have like salads, stuff, lettuce and things like that, mixed greens that we need to eat, which is perfect. We'll do that. And then we also have a big thing of iceberg lettuce, so we'll make some lettuce wraps, which is partly why I have the crispy lettuce wrap out ready for that purpose, so that we make sure that when we have the fish, we can kind of like have fish lettuce wraps, or if you want to call them fish tacos in a lettuce wrap, whatever you want to call them. So I could use the taco seasoning if I wanted, or not. Yeah. That's the fun thing about having so many seasonings and stuff. It still means I have creativity. So I know a lot of people are bored with eating the same thing, but we all kind of stick with eating the same thing anyways. Like our base for eating vegetables and meat protein, we usually stick with what we like anyway. But what we need to do is just change it up so it has a different flavor, right? That's pretty much it. And so the more variety of seasonings and flavors you have, and then they're quick to make and deal with, the faster you can still have the creativity, but then you can still have the fast decision-making part of it all, right? So you're still making the choice of what you're eating every night, and you still have that, I won't say illusion, but the idea of an illusion of that you're being creative at the last moment. You're making a choice at the last moment to what you want to eat. Because in essence, if your base is the same, like you just got your approach, say for example, it's the fish, and you got your veggies, so you got your tomato, cucumber, zucchinis, whatever, and then you can just switch up the flavor at the last minute. So it's like, you know what? I don't feel like having the crispy lettuce wrap seasoning. I feel like having a taco seasoning. So we're gonna make taco fish instead, or I'm gonna make a taco fish salad, or something like that. Or you know what? I don't want taco and I don't want the crispy lettuce, but I can just switch it up last minute and make it with the sesame ginger dressing. That could be something I could have done at the last minute. It's all, or even the barbecue chicken rub that I just used here, I could totally have put that on. And if you have those available, then you could easily make a decision. Or even if you've prepped for the week, you make up a sauce for the week, a dressing or something, the potato salad dressing or something, you could totally make that up and change up what you're putting it on, right? It doesn't have to be on one thing. It could have been on something completely different. So like I could make up this sesame ginger dressing for the week so that I have a salad dressing. But one day I decided to put it on the fish, and the next day it's just going to be on a simple salad. It could be anything like that. So there we go. All done. The fun part of getting it all off my hands. Okay, there we go. So breakfast for the week is set. There we go. Those are my Bliss balls all set up. I still got leftover chocolatey stuff if I want to use that. And now I'm going to check on our chicken and veggies. Okay. Whew. All right, so there are the vegetables. I'm going to say they need about a couple more minutes just for the potatoes. And I really like crispy zucchini, so that's why in essence they're a little different sizes, because I like really crispy zucchini, but the potatoes can be kind of soft in the middle. So that's that. Yeah, so they're actually pretty soft already in the middle, but we want them a little crispier. So I'm just going to put them back in so that I have crispier potato. And then the chicken is pretty much almost done as well. So let's just double check it. Yeah, another 5 minutes for the chicken. So that'll be about 20 minutes. And then I would have chicken fingers and fries and zucchini chips to go with it. Okay, so there you go, 20 minutes. I'll have the chicken fingers and the fries with the zucchini chips with it done. Breakfast is done, and I planned our meals up until Thursday, which is good for me. It doesn't have to be a full week. You can do half a week. It's just then what it has to do is that when it gets to Wednesday, I've got to rethink. I got to sit down and go for another 5 minutes and just make sure I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday done. So what's the plan? So for example, Sunday is taken care of because it's meal prep day. No, it's not. Yes, it is meal prep day. It is Sunday. Whoa. So Sunday would meal prep day. So I know I'll be planning on that day to get going with there. It'll just be in essence like Friday and Saturday. And of course you always like to have like a free day where you have, maybe order in or go out or do something. And so I will probably do that Friday or Saturday. So in essence, I pretty much am all done up till Friday. So in essence, I might just have to think of what to make on Saturday, which is bonus. So that was something I'll think about on Wednesday, and then I will be good to go. And Wednesday is my day to think about it anyways, because it's the day where I sit down and go to my hubby and go, what do we want to do for fun this weekend? What's something we haven't done or different or whatever? So while we're planning the fun thing, I will also plan what we're going to eat for the next couple of days. So again, the meal prepping doesn't have to be the whole entire week or take all the time. If you're stuck at by Wednesday, then stop. Do Wednesday and then start over on Wednesday to do the next couple of days, or whatever day of the week it is. It just happens to be I do Sunday to Wednesday, but you can do any day of the week that works for your schedule. That's the fun thing about all this. It's your schedule when you want to do it and how you want to do it. There's no one to tell you anything different other than you. You're in control of it, right? So that's the awesome part. Yes, cocoa and green. Yes, that is what I've done here with a little bit of coconut just to kind of give it a little texture, but you could have done ground nuts or something like that. That's the fun thing about that. So there we go. I'm done. And we're just under the half an hour point. So thank you all for joining. I hope you got some ideas or like little thought processes going for making your own way of meal prepping and planning. I'm here for you for that. So a little news on what's going on here. It's the end of May, it's the 30th. My team hit leadership again this month, which is super rocking, and we did it a few days before, so it's pretty awesome. And June 1st is on Tuesday. So fun things are coming on June 1st. So there's some awesome new host special. There'll be other things coming. So yeah, if you're interested in having your own cooking class or even just a referral link that you send with family and friends, if you're not interested in being online anymore, I totally get that. That is an option for you, well, anytime, but definitely come June. What else? There was something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's, as I said, it's the end of May, so I mean it's the last couple of days to get in on the 30 Day of May collection. It's the last day to get your host credits for May, in essence, if you were looking for one of the May products. So May is the round steamer for the host, and also using your host benefits to join. So if you were a host or are a host or want to be a host and we're thinking of joining, you got 2 more days to kind of, close up the class and use those host benefits towards the kit. So instead of paying $125, you could pay half off or use your freebies for. So if it's something you were interested in, it crossed your mind, you still have time, whether you were a host for May or we're just wanting to do it right now. And this would be awesome. We just got to get a few friends together, put a couple orders in 2 days, bam, it's doable. Trust me, I've done it in a day. So it's totally possible. So this is an option if it's a thought that you want to do what I do and get delicious seasonings and things, yeah, for yourself. There you go. Anyway, it's beautiful here, so we're going to head out this afternoon. So I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Any questions or comments, feel free to post or DM me if you have any comments. Still have 2 people's cooking classes that are closing up for the end of the month. So if you're looking to top up, get something in May, I can add you to their orders and you can help along a fellow VIPer. Otherwise, thank you for being here and have an awesome day. Bye everyone.